Okay, everybody, week 2. Let's recap here for the new Big 12. Pretty good week. Let's start with a couple of the high-scoring games. There were a couple of really high-scoring games. Brad against Derek. B-Mac attack takes down Derek. 2-0 for Brad now. 0-2 for Derek. So that one was 157.1 to 91.2. A high-scoring game, but a pretty easy win there for Brad. Behind his top guys of Lamar Jackson having 64.3 points. There you go, Brad. You wanted more scoring. There it is.
I need a tub. Everybody got a tub but me. Hey, coach.
You're all right. Lamar Jackson's got the highest score so far this year. There it is. Swift and McCaffrey coming up behind Jackson for Brad. And Derek had Hill, Burrow, and Suckup. Burrow again with another disappointing game. That's unfortunate for him, but he'll bounce back, I'm sure. Next up for Brad is a matchup against Tim next week. So Brad's 2-0, Tim 0-2. We'll get to Tim's game here in a minute. And the other high-scoring matchup. All right, and next up for Derek next week in week 3 is Chris. Matchup with Chris next week. Let's see, the next high-scoring game was Cody against Tim, the Hulbert battle. So, I don't know, should we talk about this one? Is Cody grounded?
But what happened?
Go to your room!
Did he lose? Did he win a bet? Tim, or anything that you want to share with us, just text me and we'll share the details of whatever bet and outcome happened in the Hulbert household this week, as Cody takes down his pop to send him to 0-2. Cody with a bounce-back win. He's 1-1 now. That one is 121.4 to 115.3. A little bit of a toss-up there. But Cody behind his guy, Josh Allen, last night dug it out for Cody with 41.4.
Hey, I don't need a lot, man. I just need everything you got. That's it. Give it to me.
Big-time win for Josh Allen last night and the Bills and Cody. Also Waddle and Carlson. Tim's top guys were Jones, Stafford, and Kupp. Stafford and Kupp with a nice game, but not enough for Tim in that one. Next up for Cody next week in week 3 is me. All right, you go from pop to uncle. All right, let's do it, Cody. Next week, you and me, bud. And next up for Tim is a matchup against Brad, as we mentioned. So big game there for Cody, big win for Cody, big game for Josh Allen and the Bills. Go Bills this year. Next up is Mike against Noah. Mike goes to 2-0 and sends Noah to 1-1 behind a 118.5 to a 98.4 win for Mike. Let's see his top guys this week. Diggs last night. Again, another big game. 3 touchdowns for Diggs last night. Huge game for the Bills. Kyler Murray and McPherson for Mike. And Noah, Jalen Hurts. Great touchdown run for Jalen Hurts, killing the Vikes, knocking the Vikings off. The Vikings were supposed to be a sleeper team, but I don't know, Philadelphia looking pretty good in our division in the NFC East. Hopefully they don't keep that going. So Hurts, Buffalo's defense last night, and Bass last night for Noah as well. So a close one there. But Mike goes to 2-0, Noah goes to 1-1. Next week for these guys, Noah has a matchup against Sean. That'll be a good one. And Mike is going up against Trish, who is 0-2. So Trish looking for a first win against Mike, who's 2-0. A good game next week. Next up, Skeeny, defending champ, takes down the gauntlet, takes down the Hokie, takes down Sean. Finally. Thank you, Jordan. Sorry, Sean, but you got to lose at some point, man. So both of these guys go to 1-1, and this one was probably game of the week. This one was so close, 102.1 to 99.8. Just barely a 2.5, not even a 2.5 point margin there. Very, very tight game. Jordan gets it behind Carson Wentz, Nick Chubb, and Sutton, and Sean coming in just behind with St. Brown, Herbert, and the Denver defense. A real tight game on that one, but both go to 1-1. Next week for these guys, Jordan faces Dad next week, and Sean goes up against Noah. All right, so a couple of 1-1s next week going up against each other. Okay, next one up is myself against Chris. Sorry, brother. I had to go to 2-0. I just had to. Another. I mean, not too close, but I had a couple real interesting performances there. Myself, my top performers were the Bucs defense. Certainly wasn't Brady in that game.
I don't have that young arm like I used to.
But the Bucs defense with 28 points. Thank you, Bucs. Mike Williams, and then Edwards-Helaire, and Chris with Mahomes, Montgomery, and Samuel. But that was pretty much it for Chris. So Chris goes to 1-1. And I went up to 2-0. That was 106.5 to 70.6. So a good game there, but not too tight of scoring. Now this one, I'm sorry. This is like a breaking news. I should have like a breaking news banner. Maybe we'll put that in. Like my own little CNN. Trish, again, what happened?
Dude, what happened?
57 points for Trish from the Great White North. 57 points. I don't know what's going on with Trish, but she needs to make some moves. It's the Brady curse this year, I guess. Brady with only 10 points, and that was her highest performer. I'm going to go full box score on this just because I'm curious. Brady with 10. Najee Harris, Zeke Elliott, nothing. I have that exact running back pairing in another league, so I feel that. Those guys didn't do anything. CD Lamb, DK Metcalf, nothing. Tyler Higbee, Cordell Patterson, yeah, it's just really underperforming. And actually, we like to call attention to this every once in a while. When your bench outscores you, that is probably one of the toughest things to handle in fantasy football. And that happened to Trish by a landslide this week. Because Tua Tagovailoa, if I said that right, 61.5. He was up there with Lamar. So Tua, on Trish's bench, outscored her entire starting lineup.
What does that do? Did that blow your mind? That just happened.
That's just preposterous. 99.7 for Dad, 57 for Trish. Dad's top performers were Andrews, Samuel, and Thomas. And like I said, Brady, Harris, and Lamb for Trish. So next week for these two, Dad goes up against Jordan, 1-1 battle there. And Trish goes up against Mike, an 0-2 versus the 2-0 Trish. You'll get your first win next week against Michael. Sorry, Michael. All right, so let's go through the superlatives, the awards for this week. We said it just now. We'll say it again just to go quick. Lowest score of the week is Trish, 57.0. That's 2 weeks in a row for Trish as the lowest score, but I don't think that'll be that way for long, honestly. Highest score of the week is Brad. All right, 157.1. Had the highest score of the week as a team and the highest scorer in the starting lineup with Lamar Jackson, 64.3. And game of the week was definitely, I think, Jordan against Sean. That one was super close, and came really down. Came down to just a couple points, so that was pretty good. All right, so next week, keep an eye out for injuries. Keep an eye out for suspensions. People suspended this week, so I think it was Noah who's got Evans, maybe. So
Here you see Evans came off and he just rocked Lattimore.
I heard they're signing Cole Beasley.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
All right, Noah, so your Bucks are in good hands. Keep an eye out for those sleeper teams. Keep an eye out for the Giants. Next week should be a good run of games. Let's see the games we got next week. What do we have for actual, some big games next week? Let's see, week 3 in the NFL. Thursday, Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Snooze fest. Let's see, big games this weekend. Buffalo at Miami, always good. Let's go Bills. Monday night, the Cowboys and the G-Men. This is the time to play the Cowboys right now if you're a Giants fan. This one's at MetLife too. So let's hope, just keep that slow rolling Dallas offense. Just roll them on into East Rutherford, New Jersey. Why not? Tampa Bay at the Bucks. That's going to be going on Sunday afternoon. San Fran at Denver. That could be good with Jimmy G taking over for Trey Lance. Who I don't think any of us had Trey Lance starting, but we won't now for good. And let's see what else we got. And Eagles at Washington. That could be good. Get your waiver wire going. Get your trades together. Get your lineup set. Keep out for those injuries. Good week, everybody. We'll see you next week. Take care.